Hi everybody, it's Anna. Today I am reviewing Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, or Batman vs. Superman, whatever you want to say. I like saying Batman v Superman, it's just fun. I have seen the film twice now, and I wanted to wait to review it until I had seen it twice, because I wasn't sure what I thought the first time. This is a movie that, in my opinion, really requires a second viewing because it is very different than the Batman movies we've gotten before. In terms of Superman, it follows very well from Man of Steel, but Batman is a big departure in this film from the Batman we got in the Christopher Nolan films. So, in the Christopher Nolan films, Batman hates guns, Batman won't use guns, he doesn't want to kill, blah, blah, blah. In this version, Batman's totally cool with using guns. Batman's totally cool with killing. Batman has no problem with those things. He's very jaded. He's very angry. He's very driven by that anger. Something that we don't see as much of in the Christopher Nolan films. So you have to take that into consideration when you're walking into this film, that you're not getting Christopher Nolan's Batman. You're just not getting it. So don't expect it. I think that's an area a lot of people get let down on, is that they're really stuck on Christopher Nolan's Batman. And that's not what they're doing now. They're doing a very different Batman. And it's a Batman we do see in the comics. So people are saying, he's not like that in the comics. Well, maybe in the ones you've read. But Batman has evolved a lot over the years, and you've seen him take on a lot of different roles. So saying that's not necessarily true. Now, me personally was thrilled at the idea of Ben Affleck playing Batman. Batfleck, love it. I love Ben Affleck. He's an incredible actor, and I like his Batman. He's a bit unstable, but I like that about him. And you can only imagine somebody doing what Batman's been doing for as long as he's been doing it in this film. Okay, so you have to remember, this is not Batman straight out the gate. This is Batman after he's been doing this for a while. You're gonna get a little jaded. Okay? You should expect that from him. Whereas the Superman you're getting, he's kind of newer to the party. So his ideals are a little different. That being said, Cavill is Superman, Affleck is Batman, perfect. I had no problems whatsoever with the two of them or their portrayals of the characters. I love Amy Adams as Lois Lane. She's just wonderful in that role. And honestly, I haven't made up my mind yet about Gal Gadot. Wonder Woman doesn't have a lot of lines in the movie, so we didn't get to really see a lot of acting. In terms of the action, however, I really enjoyed it. I wish we would have seen a little bit more of Wonder Woman fighting, but we got enough to get a taste. So I really liked that. The action was really solid in the film, really well done, very enjoyable to watch. However, the major flaw, in my opinion, with this film is they were trying to do too much. They were trying to put in too many pieces. There are numerous, spoiler, I guess you can call this a spoiler, there are numerous sequences that turn out to be dreams. But you don't necessarily get the idea that it's a dream when it starts. You don't really, it's not like he lays his head down and then all of a sudden all this stuff happens. It's a, you didn't realize this was a dream situation. And you're like, wait, what the hell is going on? And then you're like, oh, he was dreaming. Okay. All right, we're going back to the story now. There's numerous of these, and it kind of throws things off. And I know they're trying to foreshadow, and I know they're trying to give us an idea of where we're going and setting up Justice League and that type of thing. But I think for the first film where we were going to see Batman and Superman together, they should have just stayed focused. They shouldn't have gone so much. We get introduced to Aquaman. We get introduced to Cyborg. We get introduced to the Flash. Extra. I think they went into a little bit too much of that, and we missed out more on the conflict between Batman and Superman, which I think really should have been the focus. I also was not a fan of the Lex Luthor we got. Again, I like Jesse Eisenberg. I don't have an issue with him. Even him playing Lex Luthor. I had an issue of the character himself. And again, this could be because we have seen Lex Luthor before. We've seen Spacey, Gene Hackman. If I could remember the guy who played him in Smallville, that would be great. We have seen Lex Luthor before. And he's always seemed a little bit more cunning. Whereas this time he seems a little bit more unstable. Like Joker level unstable. Rambling, not always making a lot of sense. I just think it was too much. For him, I think they were trying to go for a Joker vibe that didn't need to be there, and I don't think, in my opinion, fits Lex Luthor. I needed to see a little bit more of a serious Lex than the Joker Lex that we got. That being said, though, it's all around a solid film. And I do think that people who like Batman, who like Superman, will enjoy it as long as you go into it with the expectation that you're not getting Nolan, you're not getting Keaton, you're not getting those Batmans, and you need to let that go because you're not going to. They're going in a totally different direction, and you have to be prepared for that. Now, some people don't like this type of Batman, and that's fine, but you need to know that this is what they're doing. So don't go into it going, wow, he doesn't like guns. Well, okay, well, this Batman does. Sorry. If you don't like that, then maybe don't see it. But I think they made a good film. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's a, 10-star film here. But I think it was enjoyable, and I think they have the right framework. I think they just need to be careful that they don't try to get ahead of themselves in setting up the Justice League and trying to put in too much too quickly. With Marvel, we got all of the Avengers pretty much in separate films, with the exception of Hawkeye and Black Widow, prior to them and Fury. Fury, if you want to count Fury. But prior to them becoming the Avengers. So we got a really clear introduction to these characters, giving us 2 new characters in their Justice League world, even though the one is Batman and we do know Batman. This Batman is new to us. And then giving us Wonder Woman. And then giving us flashes of The Flash, of Aquaman, of Cyborg. It's too much to me. I think they needed to slow it down a little bit, maybe introduce another one in another film. But they didn't, and that's what they gave us. So I'm really hoping that this is a step towards the Justice League and a good Justice League. But it may not be the Justice League that people want. So, that being said, in terms of me, in terms of my review of it and my enjoyment, I'm only knocking off 1 glass of wine because of the whole, Jesse Eisenberg, Lex Luthor, Joker nonsense and the excessive dreams. Other than that, I loved it. I'm already going to pre-order it. So we're going 4 out of 5 glasses of wine going to Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. If you want to check it out, obviously it's in your theaters. If you don't like the idea of Batman holding a gun, though, just skip it, because you'll be aggravated with it. So that's it from me. Be sure to comment below. Let me know what you think of Batman v Superman, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Or you can check me out on my blog. At http:// to check out my book reviews and all kinds of other fun things that I put on there. If not, I will see you at the next review.